A massive and very worrying story has emerged from Hyderabad. Remember how the critics of the Aadhaar system and the petitioners in court against Aadhaar argued three main things. They argued that the security of the database was weak and hence our data was at risk. They argued that if the data fell into wrong hands, it could be used to profile us as voters and influence elections. And they also argued that if the data fell into the wrong hands outside of our borders, it would pose a serious threat to national security. All of these things were refuted by the government of India and the UIDAI, who claimed that there was no such risk. This latest case that's come out of Hyderabad now proves all of these arguments to be true. Now, you'll remember, viewers, every time there was a concern about the database base being breached, the UIDAI would come out vehemently and deny any such leak. This case is different, because the complaint has come from UIDAI itself, who's filed a complaint with the Hyderabad police, and the details of that FIR are simply shocking. The FIR states that the UIDAI searched the offices of a company called IT Grids, a company hired by the Telugu Desam party, Chandrababu Naidu's party, for developing an app called the Seva Mitra app. The company was allegedly found to have the data of 7.82 crore citizens from Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. The Telangana State Forensic Science Laboratory has confirmed that that data in fact came from the Aadhaar database, because the structure of the data and the size of the data was similar to that owned by the UIDAI. Now, the data apparently includes something, along with the name and the address and the Aadhaar number, it includes something called a CIDR number. That indicates that the information came directly from the Aadhaar database and not from any other database. The scary part of what the UIDAI thinks the data might have been used for. In its FIR, it says that the Seva Mitra app was using the stolen Aadhaar data to profile voters. And remember, Telangana only voted last week. To profile voters, to target campaign, and to delete names of voters from the list. Worse still, the authority says that IT Grids had taken the data of citizens of other states as well, and it had stored the stolen data on cloud services of Amazon Web Services. The complaint says, and I quote, "There is a very high possibility that the sensitive data of Indian citizens could be accessed and used by countries hostile to India or international organized crime syndicates in a manner that could be seriously detrimental to national security," end quote. What this case effectively proves is that the security of the database, as we've been saying for the last year and a half, is weak and our data is at risk. That the data has fallen into wrong hands and it has been used to profile us as voters and delete some of our names from the list. There is now a possibility that the data could be in the hands of hostile entities and pose a serious threat to national security. How will the government deny it this time? How will the UIDAI tell us that there is no risk this time? And if there's such hard proof that the Aadhaar database is not foolproof, that it will leak, and when it leaks, it can cause all kinds of risk to the country, why is the government continuing to push citizens to enroll with Aadhaar? Why are you still in denial? These are the questions we're asking this evening on the show.